We ready? Start. The submission of learned counsel for the petitioner is that the impugned order has been passed under section 48(2)(a) of the Act, which gives the power to the state government to remove the president only if there has been a failure on the part of the president in performing his duties. Stop. It is contended that the charges leveled against the petitioner cannot be termed as failure on the part of the president in performing his duties, which is the ground for removing of the petitioner. Stop. The charges can be divided in two sets. One which relates to fixation of annual rent of 5 houses and land which was fixed at less than rental value, and the other regarding transfer of tenancy rights of 9 shops, out of which 8 shops were transferred in the preceding term, which ended in 2006, and only one with regard to the current term, for which explanation had been given by the petitioner in his detailed point-wise reply running in over 15 pages. Stop. Learned counsel for the petitioner has vehemently argued that though show cause notice as well as opportunity of hearing was given to the petitioner, in response to which the petitioner had submitted his detailed point-wise reply and had also given his written submissions at the time of hearing, but none of them have been considered by the respondent number 1 while passing the impugned order, and all that has been stated is that no material evidence or ground has been given in the reply so as to discharge the petitioner of the charges. Stop. It is thus submitted that the impugned order has been passed by the respondents in a mechanical manner, without application of mind and without considering the point-wise reply and written submissions of the petitioner, and as such the impugned order is liable to be set aside. Stop. Learned standing counsel has, however, submitted that the order finds support from the reports of district magistrate and subdivisional magistrate, and as such the said order should be considered in the light of the said reports, and he thus submits that the order is fully justified. Stop. On being asked, learned standing counsel could not make a statement as to whether the reports of the district magistrate and subdivisional magistrate had been provided to the petitioner before passing of the impugned order. Stop. It has been further submitted that the order, having been passed under section 48(2)(a) and not under section 48(2)(a), is fully justified, as according to the learned standing counsel by UP Act number 6 of 2004, subsection 2(a) had been inserted to provide that where after inquiry the president is found to be guilty of any of the grounds referred to in subsection 2(a), he shall cease to exercise, perform and discharge the financial and administrative powers, functions and duties of the president, which shall be exercised and performed by the district magistrate or by an officer nominated by him, not below the rank of the deputy collector. Stop. The aforementioned rules provide a complete mechanism and procedure in the matter of holding an inquiry in the cases where the major penalties are imposed. Stop. Rule 7 third provides that the charges framed shall be so precise and clear as to give sufficient indication to the charged government servant of the facts and circumstances against him. Stop. The proposed documentary evidences and the name of the witnesses proposed to prove the same along with oral evidence, if any, shall be mentioned in the charge sheet. Stop. The charged government servant will be required to put in written statement of his defense in person on a specified date, which shall not be less than 15 days from the date of issue of charge sheet. Stop. He shall indicate as to whether he desires to cross-examine the witnesses mentioned in the charge sheet and whether desires to give or produce evidence in his defense. Stop. The charge sheet along with the copy of the documentary evidences mentioned therein and list of witnesses and their statements, if any, shall be served on the charged government servant personally or by registered post at the address mentioned in the official records. In case the charge sheet could not be served in aforesaid manner, the charge sheet shall be served by publication in a daily newspaper having the circulation. Stop. Where the charged government servant denies the charge, the inquiry officer shall proceed to call the witnesses proposed in the charge sheet and record their oral evidence in presence of the charged government servant, who shall be given opportunity to cross-examine such witnesses. Stop.